Alrighty, action, yeah! Coming at you from inside my go-to orange Eno Sub 6 hammock. I used to have a couple gray ones. I got the orange one on sale. I'm just laying it like people normally might a hammock. It's a little above freezing. Just out here, I spent a little bit of time in a different hammock, and I'll come out and play around a little bit in this hammock. And one thing I've been testing is the what is it? The Hammock Gear bottom quilt protector. So I've got the bottom quilt protector, the Hammock Gear Incubator, and the incubator here, this gray thing, the bottom quilt, is the extra wide. I did that because most of the time I'm on a pad with this setup, or a lot of the time it just kind of pushes my shoulders flatter and stuff, and gives me more positions I can stay on the train or on the ground or whatever. But it works as a regular hammock, just lay straight in it. I mean, most people use like a little bigger hammock, I feel. Maybe like, I think this is about 9 feet long, and maybe go with like 10 or 11 feet, but I'm all right in it. Pretty big fella. Anyway, yeah, I'm curious if any moisture builds up on this side of the bottom quilt protector. I have the feeling it'll be fine because heat rises as, like, in my see my breath vapor going up. When I had this bottom quilt protector over my sleeping pad, the Big Agnes system, I got it back there on the Wilderness Innovation hammock right now, but the thing built up a lot of moisture, same as the bivy. I tried the bivy too. I had a Gore-Tex bivy, and I didn't like how much moisture was inside it. But this is just to kind of keep the snow and water off your bottom quilt, and I suppose the condensation, because oftentimes your bottom quilt is right near the ground. That said, Hammock Gear does a super good job with the fabrics on these bottom quilts. Like, I've literally had water laying in them. Like, I had my hammock up with the tarp up too high once, and I came back and there was water in the bottom. Like, it was like a bucket. My bottom quilt was holding the water. I just dumped out like 2 gallons of it. It was a little wet, say the least. But and this bottom quilt with the extra baffle on it, it wraps my feet really nice. You gotta imagine, a lot of times I have a pad in here, so it raises me up. But it's kind of like luxurious mode when I don't have the pad. Like, I'm not even, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't sleep all night with no top quilt or sleeping bag or anything, but I'm not that cold right now, and it's around freezing. It's a little above freezing. It's probably like 34 Fahrenheit. But yeah, see how it can just pull over my feet real nice? And I feel like I don't get that, say, with the all built-in-one hammock, the Superior Gear, the Superior hammock. It just, since the insulation is sewn to the hammock, it just kind of takes the shape of the hammock. Whereas with this big bottom quilt, I can pull it over my feet. And the other thing is when I get into it, it's the extra long. So the mistakes I made with bottom quilts, I didn't buy them long enough or have them made or whatever. But it's way past my feet, and it's past my head and shoulders. I don't have to worry about being like fussy, having the hammock hung at perfect angle or scooting this way, that way a couple inches, and the very top of my head is cold or this and that. It's a big enough bottom quilt. I'll take extra 1 ounce of fabric and down to have it a little bit longer, Oh yeah. If she was just a little bit longer than that. Oh yeah. Just another look at my Hammock Gear Incubator. Extra long, extra wide version. can see it really keeping my feet warm there. I can, nestle my feet underneath it. It's plenty long going out past my feet, and it's plenty long going out past my head here. I got the bottom quilt protector on it right now, kind of playing around. Just because I was going to use this. I wanted this harvester camo, but I was going to use this for some other things too. But really nice. My mistakes in the past with bottom quilts, under quilts are apparent. I just didn't get them long enough. I really like having it so it's longer and wider, and I just got my feet tucked under there, and it's almost freezing, and I can almost sleep like this. I mean, my toes are starting to get a little cold, but see, it goes past my head. Like, I don't have to. I'm set up at night and stuff a lot, and I don't have to guess like where the bottom quilt is or what the angle of the hammock is or this and that. It just fits over me, and I like it. It's a 10 Fahrenheit bottom quilt. I don't know if it goes to 10, but I'm a little bit of a cold sleeper. I would give it like 20, but in my world, but I haven't really thoroughly tested it. Bottom quilts are weird. Like, you can have a night where it's really, really cold and you're like toasty, or you can have a night where you just don't quite get the bottom quilt right. Maybe the humidity's up, I don't know, and you're just like cold in it. The wind's blowing. So that's, I think, why a lot of people sometimes will put a little extra like wind protectors and bottom quilt protectors and this and that. I don't know. Oh, what do you got? Like, I like the harvester camo. Beautiful. I've got the Woodland because they were out of the harvester when I ordered the bottom quilt. But pretty nice. It's called an Incubator from Hammock gear. It's got some extra provisions, if you want to snug it around you a little better. Or, like, I'll take it and secure the hammock if I leave it. Same with this. The bottom quilt protector has a little cinch cord. You can cinch it up and kind of lock it together. So, if you're out by a windy lake or something and you leave your hammock for the afternoon, go for some ice cream, you don't come back, you skipped over. Don't leave your hammock in Hawaii, because I just walked maybe out to the water and there's a guy fishing in my hammock. I'm like, what you doing, man? He's like, oh, I was just looking for a towel, man. Not a bad guy.